English teacher, and he's son of Joseph and Cheryl Litsch. All right, let me start with how are you today, Litsch?
Wow, I was a lot better until you hit me with not only my age, but my full legal name.
We do our research.
Apparently. Yeah, other than that, I'm pretty good.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into things. Let's get into your past since we
Oh.
couldn't find a whole lot about it. Where did you graduate high school from and what year?
I graduated from Guyman High School out in the middle of the Panhandle, and I graduated in 2010.
Wow. Okay. Well, was high school a fun experience for you?
Yeah, for the most part. I spent most of my high school career in Hobart, Oklahoma, actually, southwest, down by Altus and Lawton, all that kind of stuff, and then moved for my senior year to Guyman, and that's where I ultimately graduated from.
Oh. After high school, what path did you take?
A very long roundabout college path.
I did see that somewhere it said that you graduated from UCO under, what kind of studies was it?
General studies.
General studies.
Yep, I graduated with technically it's a Bachelor of Science in General Studies as opposed to Bachelor of Arts. And then I have two minors, one in English Creative Writing.
Wow. And that's why you used to teach creative writing, right?
Yes.
All right. Was that your original plan?
No, my original plan was actually to be an architect.
Wow. Were you
Yeah.
good at math?
I had been, and then I hit my head a lot, and I no longer am good at math.
Where were the head injuries from?
And you know what? Getting into my truck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, being 6'5" and having to climb up into stuff, if you're not paying attention, you hit your head a lot.
Huh, no joke. Yeah.
No.
Why did you become a teacher then?
It's been the family business. Like out of every married pair in my extended family, at least one is a teacher, if not both. And then while I was at college, it was just like everybody I met, I'd tell them my major, architect, and then they'd just be like, I think you're a teacher. And I fought it for a while, and eventually I went back, did it because I know the business, and I'm decently good at it, I would say. Well, thank you for agreeing, I guess.
Why specifically high school?
Because I do not have the temperament or the patience to do with anything younger. Before coming here, I was at Choctaw teaching 8th grade. I only did that for a year. I was like, I got to get back up to the high school.
And this is probably our most important question. Why do you put up with kids?
I mean, if anybody who takes my class can probably tell you, I don't really put up with much. I expect a lot, but I'm also fairly chill about it. As long as you don't tick me off, we're gonna do fine. Just do your work, and that's it. For the most part, I'm not gonna hound you about it. But I'll also, as I tell everybody in the first day of class, if you don't turn in the assignment, I smile as I put in a 0 because that's the easiest thing to do. I just have to hit 2 buttons: 0, enter.
And from personal experience, I've definitely seen both sides of your coin. So.
Yes, you have.
Now, other than just being a teacher, you used to be a coach football, right?
Yes. I also did some track for a year.
Oh, yeah. How long did you coach football for?
So I started coaching football before I was even a teacher. While I was still in college, I was coaching for one of the middle schools in Edmond. So I've been coaching for about a decade, somewhere around there. Like somewhere between 8 and 10 years, I've been coaching.
Oh. Did you quit coaching football because you felt like you were living in your father's shadow constantly, or did you just feel like you couldn't live up to his legacy?
No, actually, I would love to have the opportunity to actually coach with my dad, coach the same team, but no, it's really actually just a very boring explanation. I got hired here at Guthrie, like late July, not last summer, but the summer before that, and all the coaching spots for football were filled, and I have no desire to coach anything else. And then none of the spots really opened up this past year, so I'm still not coaching. Next time a spot opens, I'm throwing my name in the hat so that I can try to get back into the coaching world. But now it's nice. My dad started coaching again, and so I get to go to his games on Friday nights now. So that's kind of nice.
Your dad being a football coach, did you
Yep.
play football?
I did. I
Is
did
that
through
the
high
head
school.
to injuries too?
No, actually, football is actually the only sport I never got injured in.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, there was only really one quote-unquote injury. I got a gash on my thigh, but I was only out for one play. I went out onto the sideline, taped it up myself, and then went back out.
Were you strong in English in high school years?
Yes, actually. I mean, so with both my parents being teachers and coaches, I was top of my class. My mom made sure that I could divide before I started school. So I was, I didn't really struggle in high school. Struggled in college, I'll admit that. So I did not have the study habits I needed because I didn't struggle in high school. But yeah, I was strong in English, strong in math. I was the kid who sat in the back of the class and read a library book because I already knew what was being taught for the most part. And then I was later that day. I was out at football practice, basketball practice for a few years. I didn't do that because I was growing to be 6'5". You are very uncoordinated for a few years, and so I just didn't really have any desire to play basketball during that time because I looked like a drunk giraffe.
Paints a very nice picture.
Thank you. It's part of that creative writing.
In your personal opinion, being an English teacher, do you think all English teachers are nerds deep down?
Oh yeah. No, I would go so far as to say that every teacher is a nerd deep down. It just depends what are they a nerd about. Even all the other coaches, they're a nerd about something, usually about their sport. But then take Fincham Mr. Fincham for instance. He's a nerd about movies just like I am. We have a lot of conversations about stuff like that. Miss Ritas down here, she's a nerd about science and all that kind of stuff. Really, there's a reason why we fall into which specific subjects we do.
You're nerdy yourself. What are some hobbies that you would like to share with us?
Anything that involves a story really is kind of where my hobbies lie. Movies, video games, just really about anything. Read a lot. English teacher kind of has to come with the territory. But yeah, just anything that has a story, I'm all about it.
That's lovely. All right, well, that's all the questions I have for you. You have any comments or any messages to the students of today?
Messages for the students of today, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Stop being lazy, do your work. I'm not here to babysit you.
Fair point.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for being on the podcast with us.
No problem.
I hope to interview again.
Oh, Lord.